So they've had a rough time, and a Dust 2 game might very well be the beginning of mousesports starting to slowly dig themselves out of the rut that they found themselves in. Here we go, though. Mouse CD side winning the knife round, opting to start on it. We do have Chris J with a smoke and a kit, and Carrigan with a CZ and a smoke pushing up. As Frozen doubling up with his captain towards Pop Dog. As c0ntact, they're just feeling it out, just taking control of Brown Halls. Nothing too aggressive so far. And speaking of aggression, look at Woxic. He's pushed all the way to the bottom of Ivy. And that's a huge, huge area in control with mousesports.
c0ntact. Plenty of utility still up their sleeve, and when they're going to be going over towards B early on here. mousesports though, this is pretty nice setup that they've got to deal with a B hit. c0ntact are starting to gather everybody over here. All of their troops congregating in towards the B side of things. Carrigan, if he goes up the ladder, that would be a ballsy play. Find himself a couple of players, but the timing's actually good for him now if he goes.
Of course, we obviously being privy to the information. I do believe he's just going to be playing this one safe. They do have the Molotov in the hands of Emmy, and he might be just keeping that for the post plan. He hasn't used it yet, and here to come charging out. Rob's waiting very patiently, not really doing much here. And finally, he strikes 2 quick kills for Robs, make that 3, and he continues his reign of terror from Dust 2. He got a 3K in that round, in that map in the first round, and he continues to do the same in map number 3 as well. A complete shut of a c0ntact. They did not even get the bomb down.
Rob's just showing up early again, and that's good to see. 3 kills being picked up from him. He was absolutely steaming ahead on Dust 2. mousesports win the pistol, not the start c0ntact would have been looking for. Finally, we're starting to see the Bison now. You've been going on for the past day about how the Bison is going to be the new thing, right? Eventually, there's going to be the Bison meta. Well, Woxic may just be your talisman here.
Listen, Woxic, you run in there with 6 bullets and just mow them down. Make it happen. He's far away,
look like
though.
a genius.
He could look like a genius, and he makes me look like an even bigger genius as well. And he does have 2 potential prey waiting for him. And bear in mind, it's a full eco, apart from a couple of upgraded pistols, like 3P to 50s. That's the only thing they have working for them. And Carrigan pushed up close with the CZ. This guy's lonesome, though. So if he does get taken down, it's alright. They just lose a CZ. Not a big deal. Chris J with the scout, playing way the back to B bomb side, but the looks of things, c0ntact gathering up, and this could be tasty for Carrigan. Could find one, finds none, gets mowed down. But like I said, they retrieve just the C's that if they do want to pick it up, they don't pick it up. They show themselves, immediately fall on back. So at least the opening kill going the way of c0ntact, but they still have a long way to go.
The CZ can be a bit of a cruel mistress at times, right? It's a little bit unreliable in those scenarios. But yeah, Carrigan getting overrun. At least, like I said, only the CZ now over in the hands of c0ntact. That would have been the perfect spot for Woxic just to mow them all down with the Bison. With 30 seconds left, now the Glocks, they're going to be concentrating over towards the B-bomb site. Chris J, lying in wait further back inside the site. They might actually get a bomb plant here, because it's not like Chris J is going to be able to hold them all off. The rotation from his teammate coming in, though. Chris J is going to land the first shot, the second coming in as well. He'll look for a little bit more. Rops is there to assist him. It should be an easy enough hold here for Chris J. Another chance for him to get a quad kill with 5 seconds on the clock. Chris J secures all 4 on the scout. That's 2 in a row for mousesports.
That was pretty clean. Yeah, they lose a couple of players, but bear in mind, Carrigan didn't have anything to work with. He just had a CZ. And interesting how Carrigan's opting to go for the MP9 again. Definitely a viable weapon, especially if we're going to be playing towards Pop Dog. And for c0ntact, no bomb down 2 rounds in a row. They have the buy, but not the best. Emmy will have to opt to go for the Galil just so he can afford a little bit of extra utility. Esperanto, just the AK and a smoke, but Esperanto is definitely the player you want to just get the kill, so I guess it's okay. And he doesn't have that much of utility to work with. Aggression from Mouse towards mid. And it's going to be Carrigan once again leading the charge towards team. It is pushed in so deep as Chris J finds the kill on Esperanto with the AUG, and that's going to allow Carrigan to swap from the MP9 to the AK-47. Again, things looking rough here for c0ntact early on. A man down, and have gifted an extra rifle over to mousesports.
Oh, Letney's still just chilling in here. What's going on here? Frozen. He's ready for this kill. Eventually the smoke will fade. Lenny's just down at the bottom of the ladder, trying to fake that it's dropping in, but Frozen is going to be there waiting for him. And yeah, Letney lives a strange life and dies very quickly.
It's a curious case indeed. And Woxic, what a man, taking this long range duel with the Bison. The guy, he's got a big PP Bison to work with. Just rappels a couple of bullets, repositions himself, but that might allow ships to sneak up towards all 1.6, but he's rattled off a few bullets. Now they know where he is. The AK-47, he's going to win the duel if he does face off against, well, he's all alone now. They don't know. Bombs dropped towards the B. Bombs that Carrigan's lying in wait. In fact, just going to come running out. That is very curious indeed. Woxic with the Bison. Long range. Doesn't get the deal. Takes it on 12 HP. So very close, Woxic. Nice try. But Frozen's there to seal the deal. They lose a rifle. And they lose a PP Bison. But now the big green zoom magnet is going to come out.
And that's scary. That is definitely scary coming into this forward contact. Maybe not as scary as Woxic's big PP Bison, but certainly a scary weapon to be looking at. On the CT side, we've seen Woxic get involved much more on Dust 2 than he was on Inferno. He's pretty much vacant on Inferno. So now that he is definitely stepping up on an individual level, maybe Train be a bit of a nightmare for Contact as well. Hasn't been the greatest of starts, just the pistols again in this round.
There we go. Woxic. Weapon of choice in hand. And he'll have no trouble dispatching of ships. It is just the upgraded pistol. It's just Deagles in hand. So I'm not expecting much from from Contact here, but this is the thing, man. Like, we saw this in Dust 2. Mousesports, when it starts stringing the rounds together, it can get really tricky indeed to come back. And Train is not Dust 2. Train is a map that don't give that many options to work with in the T side. You need to pressure the CD side economy. You need to make sure that don't start building up this bank to work with. Right now, mousesports off to a flying start indeed. Ricochet playing up close. MP7, his weapon of choice. And immediately gets deleted by Letney, but Woxic replies back.
Frozen coming in as well with the AK. Does leave Otto left alone into a 1v3. He's already got one kill into this round, but Carrigan will stop it from being any more than that. 4-0, mousesports. Again, flawless start, but finally Contact will get a buy back into this. It's going to be the ult for Otto. AK-47s for the rest. Now, the biggest issue for Contact on Dust 2 was the fact that they just lacked firepower completely. They were unable to even chip a hole in the defense of mousesports. They definitely cannot let that happen again here. And so far, it's been a pretty slow start from Esperanto and overall the whole team, actually, because Contact, again, it's very similar as to what was happening on Dust 2. For the first 4 or 5 rounds, they just were not involved at all.
Again, Chris J.
Yeah, he just loves his Deagle play. Never buys a kit either. Got enough. You got 3 across the board. He's just saving as much money as possible.
Listen, when we need the world economy to bounce back after the pandemic, I want Chris to be in charge of it, because this guy seems to know what he's doing.
Just
Economic mastermind. Yeah, he's pushed up again. He does a bit of damage to a body tag. And Letney will fall on back. He might not be expecting Robs' position, and Robs being there allows the other 3 CTs to play towards outer. Heavy presence towards Pop. We have Frozen waiting there. It's got Woxic, aggressive positioning from him with the AWP. And of course, Carrigan holding the line towards Ivy. But it looks like all 5 players might be marching out from Team Mid, and this could get a little tricky. Look at the flank coming in as well.
Oh.
And ships on top of his head. That is just unfortunate. But Emmy finds Frozen, and Emmy falls to his death, and Woxic finds ships. And this is just a comedy of errors.
My brain is exploding as to what is happening right now. He's just headbutted a Molotov. Someone's killed himself. And what is going on? Esperanto finally trying to get some normality back into it. Wants to take away Carrigan. He will find that headshot. An advantage in play for Contact. 25 seconds in play. Woxic's at the bottom of the ladder. Just playing in hell. But no, he's going to be so inaccurate. He hops off to the side. Esperanto finding the headshot. And that is just poor timing from Woxic. Not working out for him. And now Rops into a 1v3. The player that could certainly win this kind of round, but with no kit, no utility really other than the one flashbang, I think it's just going to be the safe call for Mr. Rops. You know, we bring up the point about Chris J picking up this decoy. There's obviously we both know very well Mr. Harry Russell. He loves that. We're playing some matchmaking games. He'll just use the deagle the entire time. And it's really good because you can just always get a drop off of him.
Yeah, that's great, but you know, Harry. Here's the thing: you compare Harry with Chris J, and there is a little bit of a difference in the skill level and the impact you can have in the server. Nothing against Harry.
Chris J is just not quite on his level of that. That's the
yeah, Harry's obviously like much more better than Chris J. But here's the thing: that's the thing. Like, if he had just bought a gun there and just played a default, like some boring angle, I believe that c0ntact wouldn't have had that 5v4 early advantage, right?
Yes.
And again, it's all about maybes and could-haves and would-haves, but I just gotta work the odds. It's Chris J, you know, he can wield that op. It's a dual op setup map. It's a map where the 2 ops and CD side is a thing to behold indeed, and he just handicaps himself. I get it's for the economy and whatnot, but I'm personally not a big fan of it. As Auto, this is ballsy, and Frozen, he's gonna be found out. He gets a tag, but doesn't get the kill. Frozen lucky to stay alive, and in fact, he'll get the kill, and he should be falling back to the safety of the bomb site.
Woxic with the double, a triple from Woxic. It now does leave Ships on his lonesome. Walking back from Ivy, it's Carrigan just staying in towards T-Con as Ships moves forward. Carrigan just waiting for him to come on by. Should be an easy kill for Carrigan, absolutely no problem. Should be coming his way. Take a little bit of chip damage, but the kill does come through. 5-1 for mousesports. Woxic again, the MVP of the round, 3 kills, 123 ADR. This guy is having an unbelievable performance so far, which is really good to see, because obviously Woxic was quiet in Inferno, but lit up the scoreboard in the second and continuing through on the third.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about Woxic, like, whenever you see him in a series, if he, or a tournament for that matter, if he has a starts off quiet, you know eventually, at one point, he's gonna have one insane series where he basically just carries his team single-handedly and he makes it look easy, right? That did happen in Dust 2, of course, ably helped out by the fact that Rops was just popping off as well. And now for c0ntact Gaming, they did find their one. Ooh, that was scary. If he just dropped right in front of him and...
Ooh, wasn't close.
If he hit that, though.
Yeah.
If he hit that, that would have been just disgusting.
Well, Auto does get across safely. Esperanto's going to take the first headshot this time on towards Carrigan. Sports going to get the trade back. Frozen nearly lines up 2. Luckily, Letney is able to trade, and he's ready for this push from Rops, but Rops doesn't care. He still takes his head off. 3v3, the trades are just so solid from mousesports. As soon as one player falls, they're just ready to suffocate the c0ntact players and just keep pulling these kills back in.
And that's lovely work from Rops. He knew there was a man disadvantage, and immediately he takes matters into his own hands, pushes in, gets the kill, and shows gets the trade, and Wox doesn't care.
They're going to be jumping all over the place.
It's like the Great Wall of China, just standing there. It's like, no, you shall not pass. He's just standing there alone, just taking the fights, and c0ntact have no answer to him. 6-1. Now c0ntact will have to go for a few upgraded pistols. This is a little worrying. It's still early in the half. We still have only 7 rounds played out. But the way Woxic's playing at the moment with that op of his, it could get a little dicey for c0ntact here. A few upgraded pistols, though. Still really can't count them out. c0ntact Gaming definitely show that they have what it takes to grind back, as we saw in Inferno. For now, though, it does look like we will be seeing, in all probability, another round going the way of Mouse. c0ntact do have a little bit of utility, just a 1 smoke, however. That's not going to give them too many options to work with. They could try and smoke off towards the outer bomb train and then try and get the bomb down, perhaps. You know, help out with a couple of flashes. But not many options here.
I like that mousesports can change it up on the fly. You know, you can be a super passive team that's set back on the CT side and just let c0ntact come to them, which is the perfect call in this kind of round, obviously, when you have far superior weapons. But then in the last round, we get to see them just go mental and just be so aggressive. Rob's pushing through B. Woxic just jumping from train to train. Definitely adapting well and just changing it up constantly. It keeps it difficult for c0ntact every single round. Chris J and Carrigan getting the first 2 kills in. Chris J with another. It's all to Letney, and he's picked off as well. 7-1. Mousesports just keep adding to the tally. c0ntact Gaming are finally going to get a buyback game, but They can buy as much as they like. They just need round wins at this point.
Yeah, and great round. I mean, considering the fact that it was a few upgraded pistols, but they did no damage whatsoever. Of course, the fact that they had to deal against 2 ops on the rifles definitely not helping matters. We do have a timeout getting called by contact. Just about time as well, as they will be going into yet another buy round. Looking at the kills department, not looking too great. It's almost not as bad as Dust 2, but it's pretty rough here. 3 for Esperando alongside Ships. We have 4 frags and Let News right now top fragging for the team. Otto and a couple, and Emmy yet to get off the mark. On the other side for Mouse, it's looking good. Chris J and Woxic, the double oppers. 9 frags, 3 deaths. And everyone just putting the numbers. Robson 6. We have Carrigan sitting on Pappy on 5. Frozen on 7. Everyone's chipping in. Right now, as long as they don't see any shenanigans coming out from mousesports, the steamroll could very well continue.
What sort of setup mousesports go for in this round? I think Contact have been trying to change it up. They've been trying to make different things work. It's just unfortunate that mousesports have always been ready, whatever they have coming at them. Up again, Christian Woxic double up setup. We kind of alluded to that fact that that was going to be scary even on Dust 2 when we knew Train was the 3rd map. And it has come through into fruition. Contact, slow approach to start things off. They have 1 player over towards Ivy. One just holding back in T-spawn in case he is overrun. The rest just playing slow up in the brown halls. Does give mousesports a lot of control. You know, what Frozen can just keep getting in towards Pop Dog early on. And he's been really solid at least finding 1 in there, minimal. And sometimes he would be finding a little bit more. So he's been certainly a solid player in his role there on the CT side. And mousesports just have a lot to play with at the minute.
Oh, indeed they do. And the thing is, Frozen hasn't really been tested so far towards Pop. Like you mentioned, he gets 1. Gonna do a bit of damage here, but it's still gonna stick on around. That's nice though. That's well played, but they still know he's there, and he's still sticking around. There's no one close by to trade with him immediately. If he does get further harassed, but I say that Carrigan's pushed up. Switch up D towards team mid. Walks in the meantime, spotting no one towards Ivy. Relinquishing that part of the map for the time being. There's no one from contact towards there, and as the smokes rain in, it's going to come down to Frozen. Almost gets a kill on the Emmy, but he will get taken on. Emmy so lucky to stay alive with 4 HP. Carrigan perfect flashbang, and he gets taken down. And drops down. Terrible timing, misses the shot, and this is looking rough for Mouse. It's going to be a 5v3, make it a 4v2. Rob just strikes like a demon. 2 huge kills, and Emmy and Letney are internally bleeding. This is suddenly doable for Mouse.
That was looking so good for Contact. The flashes were on point, the kills were coming through, but mousesports with a real chance of coming back into this. The time is starting to tick. That Molotov from Woxic might just be the proving factor. Letney forced into the open. Woxic takes him with the fire. It's a 1v2. Otto having to make it happen. Looks towards heaven, cannot get the shot, and the defuse will come through from Woxic. Mousesports pull off the retake. And well, what can Contact do? They just can't catch a break.
How have they done that? It was 3v5 and Robs just out of nowhere, 2 insta headshots, and then the retake was on. And the worst thing for Contact, the 2 kills he got were not the low players. They were the players with a full health. Just the plays from Robs, man. He might not be the flashiest player in the team, but just these insane impact rounds he has when the chips are down. And quietly, he's on 9 frags and just 1 death. And just looking like the walking death at the moment.
Yeah. He's just good. That's the thing, like, he's just so good at this game. And it's so annoying to play against. Yeah, exactly. He just makes the right call all the time. You know, he's a percentage player. Doesn't always make the risky plays, but he'll certainly be making the smart ones, and this could be one of his more risky affairs, but he plays it to perfection. The first kill on Emmy, he'll drop and run away. They run in towards him. He could have got more, but that's an opening in towards the B-bomb site. Chris J is only going to manage 1. Another T site completely run rampant inside of the B-bomb site. Carrigan's in. He'll clean it up. It's Otto gone, and now only Esperanto. 3 players to collect. He'll look back, but Frozen emerges from the ramparts and will take him away. It's a 9th round on the board for mousesports. Contact come close, but yet again, stolen away.
Close with no cigar. And I do completely agree with you. I feel like if you're talking about Robs, if anyone asks me, like, okay, which player do I want to try and look at whose demos do I watch and which player do I really learn from, right? Like, 2 players come to mind. I wouldn't say simple. The simple is just ludicrous. Like, he does things no one else can pull off, right? But Zaiwu, obviously, and then Robs. Robs is pure textbook. He's not gonna. He always goes, like you said, for the percentage plays. He always goes for the plays where he's guaranteed to get a kill. Plays around.
Yeah.
He rarely ever makes a mistake. It's usually his teammate. His opponents, potentially just outplaying him, which rarely happens where he gets taken down. As right now, c0ntact are definitely getting taken down. Oh no, SB. Oh no, caught between an Inferno and a hot place. Gets fried to a crisp.
I.e. Chris J. Well, that hiding in the corner. Emmy and Otto have just taken a heap of damage. 42 HP left on Otto. Carrigan stuck in the corner. Ship's blinded, but still walks away with a kill. Carrigan was just in a very awkward spot there. That's kind of unnecessary to an extent. Woxic luckily does rectify the issue. And the man advantage is in place, followed up by Frozen. He had left Pop Dog, instead Jake stands at the E-box where he'll collect Coletny. And now it does leave Emmy and Otto into a pretty unrecoverable position. This is going to be a very difficult time ahead for the c0ntact players. They'll do their best as they double drop into Pop. But now, what really can they do? They've got one smoke. Collectively, a whole lot of HP, and it's just got even worse.
Emmy still getting whittled down. Oh, now they know where both the players are. The smoke is a tell. Otto is trying to fake the drop down the lowest slope, and Robs is having none of it, just waiting to pluck his head off his shoulder. And with that, Emmy's left alone. He's got the bomb. And let's try and spot Robs at Rob, just playing it to perfection. And well, Dinko, it's not as bad as Dust 2, but it is resembling it.
Has the potential to be worse.
True.
Rops again, just kicking ass, really. Woxic 12-3, Rops 12-2, and Chris J is 12-5. Pretty nuts from mousesports. c0ntact have really struggled to get involved, and well, will continue to struggle in this round. Most likely just the pistols in play. The nade comes landing in upon them. Thing is, for c0ntact, it's not all been negative. I think I've seen some nice utility plays. They've had some decent setups. They've come close in a few rounds. They've just got pretty unlucky in a lot of scenarios. And I think it's just mainly because of the individual level is just much higher here on mousesports.
Oh yeah, it just is so telling, isn't it? And this is no discredit to c0ntact. It's just more of a credit to Mouse, because looking at the names on the c0ntact sites, these guys are no minnows. Like, you're talking about Esperanto, Ships, Letney even. I've seen him pull off some nutty things against some really good teams in the past. It's just that mousesports are just a different level altogether, especially in the past 2 maps. Despite Inferno going the way of c0ntact. Just Deagles. Just a nade and a flash in the hands of Emmy. And there's not much they can do at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Emmy going to be flashing out for his teammates to pour out from T mid. That's not going to blind anyone. Frozen. Tossing the smoke, giving a little extra cover, and it's going to be easy picking Frozen.
Wow.
Just completely dismantling everyone. He's going to be going for the ace. It's all on Esperanto, but Esperanto denies him. Deagle 1v5, but Carrigan says, no, sit down, son. 11-1, 3 rounds remaining, and mousesports make it look so easy.
Bro, what is that from Frozen? That is just unreal. 4 kills just picked up and made them look all so simple.
Eco Cobra.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But it's even, yeah, against the pistols, it's much easier. But the fact that he just required so much mechanical skill to do it in the fashion that he did. But yeah, that's nice from Frozen. Just put him up on 13 kills now, with those eco kills being tallied up. And now c0ntact. It's an ult for Otto. Their AKs are back in, but will it be enough? We haven't really seen them do much, even in these gun rounds. So, Woxic, he's been tagged down to 44, burnt down. And maybe that's the good start that c0ntact are looking for. You know, do a little bit of damage, soften him up a little bit. Emmy's been dropped to 11 though, so they've traded damage. And Woxic on 18 HP. Letney trying to get down towards the stairs, bottom of the ladder, and while Frozen takes him away.
That's a problem. Like, Letney, even if it got that kill, once it got taken down, there was no trade potential. The rest of his teams hadn't even pushed out towards T mid. And now Chris J repositioning himself. And Frozen just fighting fire with fire towards Bob Dog. A beautiful shot from Chris J. They try to fake it out, but Chris is having none of it. Frozen continues his reign of terror towards that part of the map. And just like that, Emmy left on 11 points of health against 5 players from mousesports. He's going to be walking in straight to his demise. Chris Chase not going to miss those. 12-1, and the pain train continues.
I feel like we're just watching like a sick professional UFC fighter beat like an amateur. I'm not even going to say fighter. This is just not even fair. This is just absolute beating coming in from mousesports onto his c0ntact. We'll see what they can do. Gonna be the AKs, back 10s. You know, scrap anything you can, blood. Just throw everything into the mix, but you can throw enough wall. You know, I was gonna say the word, but I can't really. You can throw enough stuff at a wall. Another word that begins with S, and just kind of hope that it sticks. Ooh, auto has timed out, it seems, as well. The round has already begun, and damage has been done, so I'm assuming we won't be able to resume the round, but...
No, it's not live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, admin is like not live, because I do believe they typed it. Oh no, it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue. It was too late.
Yep, once damage is done, the rule set is obviously you can't reset the round. So unfortunate. 13-1 most likely here, unless c0ntact pull off an incredible round. 3 AKs, they've wasted a little bit of time. Not really knowing what's going on at this point. c0ntact will try their best to scrap something together, but it's taking the time now, trying to work their way in. It's not been the greatest of starts, nor the most orthodox of starts.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, right? Like, I do believe that was Letney who just timed out for a second there. And, yeah, let's put to the Mag-10, but there's nothing else to work with. And Mag-10 against rifles, especially with no Kevlar. Those are probably wondering what happened. Letney had timed out for a few seconds there. And they had typed for you know, the round to be replayed again, but it was a little too late because Chris had already got the kill.
Yeah.
And
I feel like he just got the kill as soon as the problem persisted as well. You know, he just gets that one frag and then the issues start to arise, but it seems like they're really adamant on not doing anything in this round. They'll walk in towards the side of the Fury. Frozen, double kill. Going in for a triple as well. Letney coming out of Pop Dog. Low HP, it's Carrigan taking that away, and now Emmy stands alone. 1v5. He's going to get to 3, actually, and Chris J will finish him off. 13-1.
Well, now we know why Mouse did pick the CD side. Usually, you see certain teams, you know, when they untrain, even if they win the knife or win the toss, whatever it may be, they do tend to sometimes start on the T side, where, you know, you manage to get those 4 or 5 rounds that gives you a little bit of buffer, and now suddenly the pressure is on your opponent. So now we're going to be playing on the T side, and, you know, any slip up, that's going to get punished. But Mouse, confident in what they can do, and it's showing in the server.
And the unfortunate thing here for c0ntact is they've just kind of looked lost in the last few rounds, like especially that last round. We can obviously let that slide, but for the rest of them, kind of just feels not very comfortable on this map whatsoever. mousesports have just been down their throats at every single turn. c0ntact have really struggled. 14-1 is a likely score if mousesports keep it up, and at that point, I think it's safe to say, but it might just be over. We'll see Emmy drop in towards Pop Dog. He's going to catch Frozen. Chris J able to trade back on towards Esperanto. Auto will do good work in finding Chris J. Man advantage in play for the T side for the first time in a little while.
Robs replies back. He spots the bomb. He knows there's a player above. That's going to be the AWP in the hands of Otto. He drops straight to his death, and Robs just mopping the floor with them. Doesn't take a sliver of damage. And just like that, Letney's left alone in a 1v3. Bomb dropped far, far away from him. And Carrigan's ready and waiting. In fact, he almost gets to kill in midair. 14-1 Dinko, and it's just been a masterclass of a CD side from mousesports.
Yeah, mousesports in sheer dominating fashion take 14 rounds at the half. I don't really see a way back into it from c0ntact, but if they're going to prove us wrong and at least make the scoreline respectable, they've got to do it in the second half. That's exactly where we're going after the break.
It's just I've never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up your mind, honey, 'cause I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL One Road to Rio. It's been a masterclass from mousesports. It's been sheer domination, and while it continues, Carrigan with a deagle in the pistol, finding an opening headshot.
He's that one teammate you have in matchmaking, just buys a deagle and pistol around. The difference being Carrigan makes it work. And he's looking for more. He's just being a thorn, and look at where the rest of the T's are. They're making their way towards the B bomb site, and it's just Emmy there lying in wait, and he really can't take the fight. Carrigan is still winning these deals. How does he find two? Bomb will get planted, and now it's retake time for the CT. They don't have a kit. They have the smoke and a flash to work with. That's about it. The smoke can come in handy. As Rops is slowly being hunted from behind, gets spotted out by Emmy. Beautiful shot, but Woxic lying in wait. He's going to take him down, and now a 2v3.
Well, Letney able to find Woxic. It puts it into a 2v2 as they're on the site. mousesports just finding their time, letting the time tick on, but they're stacked together. Now c0ntact trying to run in, but it's Frozen with a headshot. Chris J's going to fall, but Frozen gets the other. 15-1. It's just not working. c0ntact just cannot do anything.
And this could be it. This could be a map and match point. And what a turnaround it's been for mousesports. Without winning a single map in the road to Rio, then losing on the first map in Inferno in this series in overtime, Dust 2 was sheer domination in train, an even more dominant performance. I wouldn't have believed it. And when Carrigan's going to come running out and just like wreck you with a deagle, I do believe he didn't have any Kevlar to work with out mid. I guess just mousesports just feeling it. And for c0ntact, well, this is it, do or die. Now they need to win 14 rounds in a row to take it to overtime. And let's be honest here, Dinko, I might be optimistic at times, but this is a little bit too much of a tall ask, if you ask me.
Just a little bit. I don't think anybody's that optimistic. Ships gonna fall. Rops takes him away. Man advantage for mousesports. All about just making sure they cross their T's, dot their I's, and sure that they get this round in the bag. mousesports would love to take a 16-1 win. It would really be a statement for the other teams that mousesports are showing up now. They've warmed up into the tournament. They may have got off to a slow start. How often do we see some of the best teams get a slow start in the tournament, head to the lower bracket or something in a double limit tournament, and then come back to win it? It happens quite often. Frozen gets one kill, then kills himself and his own Molotov, and then the final kills come in as well. Woxic and Rops finish it all. 16-1. mousesports dominate c0ntact on trade.